I'm Darren.
I'm Derek.
And this is the Double D Podcast.
We finally have someone we've been wanting to get on our podcast for a long time. None other than TJ Fury. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
Sir.
No problem.
So we'll start with what just happened here at the Aurora's Farmers Fair. As they're playing some interesting music choices in the background.
Yeah, I know. That's all right.
Yeah. Get a little closer. Get a little closer.
Yeah.
All right. So, what just happened out there was crazy. I mean, first off, impromptu 3-on-3. Earlier in the night, or earlier today, you had a match. Explain to us what happened. Why did you come to the defense of the American Giant here today?
Well, I noticed that he was close to being catastrophic, but me and the investment Avery Hertz were not going to allow that to happen. So we went out and saved the American Giant. We want the tag match to happen. And the crowd finally got what they wanted. We turned that into a tag team match between Ben Chimera, Cake Monster, and Hugo Juice against the American Giant, Picture Perfect, TJ Fury, and the investment Avery Hertz in his 6-man tag. And while I got a hold of Cake Monster, Avery Hertz walked out the victory for us.
Right, I was going to ask you about Cake Monster. So earlier, before that 3-on-3 match, you had a match against Cake Monster.
Yes,
correct?
sir.
What is that like? Cake Monster, I mean, first off, you have a name like Cake Monster. There's something wrong with you, I think, a little bit in the head. So what was that like? What is Cake Monster? I mean, you got the win.
Yeah, I did.
So what is it like facing Cake Monster?
I mean, for the way that he's been acting and for the way he's been eating, he's not picture perfect like me, who's been working hard every single day at the gym, doing every ounce of my being to entertain the audience like in Aurora, Indiana. Heck, I've been known for many places all over the state of Michigan, Indiana, and let alone my hometown of Ohio. And I'm trying to wrap my head around it, but I did come out the victor. But Cake Monster did try to cheap shot and try to hurt me. But I got a hold of him in that impromptu 3-man tag.
That's right. Hold
Yeah,
on a
Nick.
second. I get my keys to somebody here. Hold on. Yeah, take it out for a spin. Just bring it back whenever you want. All right, sorry about that. Now we're going to talk about what we really need to talk about here, because we saw something last week. As of we're recording this last week, we saw one of, in my opinion, my favorite match of yours so far, and match of the night. We haven't done a review on it yet as of recording this.
Yep.
So, but it's probably by the time this is uploaded, probably.
Oh, yeah.
But take us through this rivalry with Ethan Evans and what it meant to you, because this has been going on for a very long time. This has been going on for, it's been a blood rivalry is what we like to call it. What is it like going through this?
Going through the match with Ethan Evans, whoo-wee, that man has been trying to do every ounce of my being, or his being, to try to take everything away from me, let alone my career, let alone try to take everything that I have worked for almost 2.5 years of being in this business. I know Ethan for 2.5 years. Him and I trained at Hawk School. We trained, we tagged, we wrestled against one another before coming to Battle on the Border. But this steel cage match was a very big deal. For him being alongside with Scotty Amos, the then former Battle on the Border Pure Wrestling Champion, who has been ducking me for months, trying to also take away from me, that gave me that energy that I needed to beat him inside of that cage. And I give it to you. That was one of the best matches that I've had, not only in my career, but in my life. And will there be another match like that? Only time will tell.
So, would you say that this rivalry with Ethan is done? Are you moving on? What is next for TJ Fury and Battle on the Border?
What's next for Picture Perfect TJ Fury? I mean, with the way that I've been doing, I might possibly work my ranks up, possibly earn my way up to the very top of the Zero Gravity's division. And I might possibly go for that Zero Gravity's championship. Justin, I know you've been working real hard at Battle on the Border, fighting champion. Just so you wait. Picture Perfect has got my eye on that Zero Gravity title. Keep a hold of that real sweet. But the outcome of the match between you and I will have a picture perfect ending. Bang!
I'll tell you what, right there. That's I consider myself a fan of Justin. No offense, but that right there, okay. I might have just won you. You might have just won me over there. I don't think Justin listens to our podcast, but if he does, I'll be sure Well, he'll hear it. Maybe he'll come. You know, hey, we got some shows coming up. Morris Hill, Indiana. Morris Hill Mayhem coming up. We also have New Year's Eve Bash coming up. Very possible. Now, as far as Amos is concerned, so you talked about him a second ago.
Yes,
he's
I
kind of
did.
been ducking around. Not just ducking you. He's been ducking everyone in Battle on the Border. He hasn't. He lost the Pure Championship.
Yeah.
Or hardcore title, whatever it was called. Have you heard from him? Have you seen him? You spent some time with him as a masked man. So do you know where he's at? Do you know potentially will we see him back in Battle on the Border?
I will say this. Cameraman, I want you to come real close to me. I never forgot with what you did to me in Night of Champions 8. You have been ducking me for a very long time since Legends and All-Stars 8. Whether you're coming back to Battle on the Border or you're running away like a schmuck that you are, Picture Perfect TJ Fury will finally one day get my hands on you. And you better, and I swear to God, you better be ready for what's coming. Because Picture Perfect will not only give you a reality check that you so desperately deserve for what you did to me, but the outcome will have a Picture Perfect ending also. Oh, one last thing. The wise man once told me, the next time you see me, in the words of the late, great Wyndham Rotunda, run.
Okay, listen. A lot of energy going on right here. I want to take it just a second. Let's just take a second and go back to what started your professional wrestling career. What got you to the point where you said, I want to become a professional wrestler?
I got into professional wrestling because of my dad, and I also got involved because of Rey Mysterio and Matt and Jack the Hardy Boys. Also, Rhino, ECW original Rhino, who's also my uncle. Ever since I've had Brian Fury, my mom, the Living Dead girl, MOS, the business became my blood. And I knew right then and there, that's what I needed to do for the rest of my career.
TJ, we're not going to keep you.
Gotcha.
You wrestled 2 matches tonight. You won twice tonight. That's a
Yeah.
pretty impressive record.
That's a plus.
I got to tell you something. How long ago did you debut in Battle on the Border? Officially. I know you were working with Battle on the Border before, but officially your first match. This earlier this year, correct?
Yes.
I'm telling you what now. This might be the quickest rise I've seen.
Thank
you've
you.
gotten some incredible victories. I find it hard to believe that within the next year, when we come back to Aurora Farmers Fair here in a year, there will be gold around at least.
There will
I
be.
have that feeling.
Yep.
I have that
There
feeling.
will be.
Thank you. We're going to let you get out of here.
Thank you.
Rest, relax. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.